Hey, what's going on, everybody? David here, and this is what's going on in my world for February 27th all the way to March 12th. Now, last week was actually a pretty busy week, and of course there was no weekly video last week, but still had several Fantasy Grounds tutorials come out, had several games last week, actually had a new game start, which I'll talk about in just a second, but we're going to continue on for this week. But it was a good week last week. Very busy week last week. I'm exhausted. By the time Sunday night comes, I'm really, truly exhausted. So, starting off, I'm going to be on a Wild Die podcast. I've been invited to come on sometime in March. I don't know yet. When I get all the details, I'll let you guys know. But this is a Savage Worlds podcast, and it's been pretty nice to be invited on. It's the first time I've ever been invited on to a podcast, so that'll be pretty cool. And like I said, I'll let you guys know whenever I find out all the details. So, all right. So now you guys remember that I talked about a couple of weeks ago that all of the games that I was going to be posting on my YouTube channel were going to be full-length videos. I had actually mentioned that they were going to be unedited also, but I changed my mind on that. So you'll notice that the Adventures League game from a couple of weeks ago, our last Storm King's Thunder video is full length. Our new 50 Fathoms game video is full length. And it saves me a lot of time, I'll be honest, when I don't have to edit these things in the 30-minute increments, especially with the time constraints that I have now. It's made it actually a little bit easier for me to get things done. So I've had a few questions. Hey, why are these in 1 hour and 2 hour chunks? But that's just the way it's going to be now, folks. I apologize. And if you are watching a video, YouTube has it to where it will just continue wherever you left off. I'm not sure if it's in your options sections or what, but every time I'm watching a video and I come back to it, it just picks up right where I left off. So check into getting those settings right for you. So the first Out of the Abyss campaign diary went pretty well. I posted that about 2 weeks ago, right about the time of the last video that I had put out, the bi-weekly video, I guess it's going to be called now. And quite a few people watched it, and also quite a few people commented. I think this is probably one of the videos that has one of the higher amount of comments on it. So please, guys, discuss in the comment section on these campaign diaries. I put a lot of work into them. I do a lot of video editing. I put some images in there and stuff to try to portray the story for you guys. So please feel free to leave a comment, guys. That's what the comment section is all about. And please like the videos as well, guys. It helps the channel. It helps progress the channel. All right, so to talk about Out of the Abyss, I'm going to have the next installment of the Out of the Abyss campaign diary. I'm finishing it up now, and it will be out tomorrow. There's a chance it may be out tonight, but I wouldn't hold your breath. It will probably be out tomorrow after 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern when I get home. So look for that tomorrow. We'll be playing our third session this Thursday, and then the third campaign diary installment will be out in another couple of weeks. So I'm really enjoying the Out of the Abyss campaign. So, as I mentioned, we had our last Storm King's Thunder game, and we are putting that game on hiatus simply because I'm running that campaign twice, and I really don't want to do that. So we've decided to put that game on the back burner, and we started our new 50 Fathoms pirate setting campaign, which is by Savage Worlds. And if you don't know what Savage Worlds is, you can go to the Pinnacle website, or you can go to my website and download the free Savage Worlds starter pack. And it is a very relentless system, and I love it, and it is very detailed for a generic setting. And plus, Savage Worlds has anything you want, from fantasy to high fantasy to pulp to steampunk to Civil War to colonial times to zombie apocalypse, everything. So Savage Worlds is a great setting, and you know, I really think that you should spread your wings and try more games. There are a lot more games out there, people, than just Dungeons and Dragons. And, you know, I can blame myself for not trying other games as well, because when I was younger, up till a couple of years ago, if it didn't say Wizards of the Coast, or if it didn't say TSR, I was in a state of, oh, it sucked. It was garbage. How wrong was I? I was so ignorant to think that. But spread your wings, people. Play some other games. Try the Numenera's. Try the Savage Worlds. Try the 13th Ages. They're great games. I wouldn't lead you wrong. So the new 50 Fathoms game kicked off on Saturday, and we're running that from 7 till about 9:30 or 10 o'clock. And I'm playing this game differently. And I'm trying to incorporate 3 different ways to present this game to my players. Of course, the first is your typical pen and paper type of presentation for your characters. But not only are they going to need to manage their characters and swashbuckling through forests looking for Mayan and Incan treasures, and, by the way, there's this little problem in the world of Charybdis, which the world is flooding. So they're going to need to, you know, try to stop that as well. Then I'm going to present the game in a board game or battle map type of way with ship combat. And I'm not a big fan of the Savage Worlds chase rules and stuff, so I've kind of modified those, but yet still incorporating all of the fundamentals of Savage Worlds. So we're going to be playing like a ship combat board game as well, because what pirate game doesn't have ship combat? What pirate game doesn't have boardings? And plus, then we'll go back to the traditional pen and paper on the pirate ships as they're trying to get to the captain, get his manifest, all that other good stuff. And the third way that I'm presenting this game, well, it's sort of like a micromanagement type of game. So not only are they going to need to take care of their ship is also going to have a character sheet where they're going to need to control how much they're spending, because it's not free to run a ship, right? You got to pay your crew. Are they going to go the legitimate route? Are they going to pay by the month, or are they going to go on the darker side? Are they going to be pirates, and then they'll pay their crew in shares? So once you've got your crew, if you need specialists, surgeons, or woodworkers to repair your ship, or maybe a whaler, you're going to need to pay them extra. Then once you have your crew, you got to feed them and keep them watered. Then how are you going to make money? Are you going to be a privateer? Are you going to basically sack other vessels? Are you going to tow their vessels into a port? Maybe you're towing that vessel into their home port, and then you're really going to be in deep shit. So I want to present this game in 3 different ways, and I've never done this before as a DM. So I think it's going to be a fun game. I really do. We had our first session last week. It was basically a long combat because I wanted them to get used to how relentless this game and this setting is. You can die rather quickly, as you guys had seen last week, depending on the acing of the die, which are dice explosions. You can die fairly easy. That's not my intent with this game, but I like to have the dice fall where they may. So I'm sure the characters have several other character options that they have in their head, and we'll see who survives. The high seas are a dangerous place. There's a lot of monsters. There's not a lot of land mass left, but there are still a lot of people. Resources are running thin, and fresh water's running thin. So it's going to be a pretty trying time to not only the adventurers, but the rest of the world of Charybdis. And I'm really looking forward to playing this. And last, to touch on this, this is an open world game. So, part of the board game aspect, they're going to move their ship token on the map to where they want to go. They can travel X amount of spaces a day through another sea. Maybe they're going to go through the Pirate Sea. Maybe they're going to go to the cold seat in the north and do whaling, which is the most prosperous way to make money. I've left this open for the characters, but yet I'm presenting them clues and a quest story, or I guess you could say a quest line or a storyline, to help save the world Charybdis. And I'm going to be writing a lot of my own content in this game as well, which is another thing that I'm really looking forward to. So that's the new 50 Fathoms game with the Savage Worlds rules, and you can check out the rules on the Pinnacle website or on my favorites linked on the Digital Dungeon Master website. Just click on the link and it'll download the free rules for you. All right, moving on. I yesterday ordered a new computer. I had several people, I asked for some help last week on what would be a pretty decent running machine to continue what I do, and I got something put together. So around March 20th or so, my new PC will arrive. So there may be a couple of days of downtime as I take everything off my old computer, which I'm on now, and put it onto the new one. Although I am putting a lot of that onto my Amazon cloud now, so the transfer should be rather easily. And I've had this computer that I've got now, which is a main gear. It's an i7. I've put it through hell over the last 5 years, so I've wore it out. And that's why I haven't been doing a lot of extra streaming, is because simply put, I don't know when my computer is just going to stop working. Some of the programs that I try to start up take several minutes to start up as the computer just sits idle. So I think there's a hard drive problem. Now, once I get my new PC, everything set up, I'm going to take the computer that I'm on now, and I'm going to take that into the computer store. I'm going to have them diagnose what the problem is. Either my processor is dying or the hard drive. I know it's one of the two. So I'm going to have that repaired with equivalent type of parts, and you will see more games starting to be streamed on Twitch. And, you know, I'll run all of the 13th Age game, or I'll run all of the Lost Mines of Phandelver, maybe all of 50 Fathoms, the Zombie Apocalypse. So there will always be something going live on Twitch, which I think is good. It'll get the word out there a little bit more. So like I said, March 20th or so, I'll have my new PC. There may be a couple of days of downtime. I need to rearrange the office as well, get everything, you know, straightened out, everything wired. I'm probably going to get a new boom mic. I'm probably going to get a new webcam. So I'm basically just overhauling the system. And thank you, everybody, all of my patrons. Thank you to everybody that subscribed to the Twitch channel. That's helped me allow me for this very, very, very expensive purchase. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. So I've made some website changes. You'll notice that the gold section totally came down. Like I said, the gold bot is no more. And the gold bot will be no more until I can find some way to have a program that would run in the background to keep everything organized to where I don't have to mess with anything. Because simply put, that's just one layer of shit taken off of the massive pile of shit that I have in front of me. And it was... I enjoy the XP program, or the gold experience system. I like it. But it's just too cumbersome, especially with, you know, games going on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you know, Monday through Friday till 4 o'clock. I mean, it's crazy. My schedule is very, very, very busy now, and I don't get a whole lot of sleep, not at all. But that's okay. I mean, it's worth it. So, to go along with the changes, I also added some stuff in the Dungeon Master section. So check that out. There's some new stuff in there as well. I also did a a blog that I had actually posted as one of my treasure chests about 3 or 4 months ago, and I put it on the blog section of my website. So if you want to hear one of the wildest D&D stories you're ever going to read about, go to my website and read this month's blog. It's crazy, seriously, and that shit really happened. I'm not joking. So a lot of people are also asking me as we are moving on, Dave, how come you're not responding to my YouTube comments anymore? Well, guys, I just simply don't have the time. You know, there's so much stuff that entails me running a, patron site, a YouTube site, a Twitch channel, and I'm a one-man operation. A lot of these other channels that you see, there are multiple people doing multiple jobs. Not in this case. Everything is done by yours truly. So I'm not able to respond to every single YouTube comment anymore. And I'm sure you guys probably understand that. But where I do spend a lot of time answering comments and posts on YouTube is right here in the weekly or bi-weekly video that I put out. Also in the campaign diary. So the campaign diaries and the weekly video and the new tutorials, that's where I pretty much answer comments. So if you guys need to get a hold of me, you can get a hold of me here in the weekly or bi-weekly video, or you can send me a message on YouTube, or you can send me a message on Twitch, or you can send me a message directly through my Digital Dungeon Master website. So about one more thing about Twitch. You'll notice that Twitch no longer is tabletopping. The partners have a new option to where we can change our names. So I've changed it from tabletopping to Digital Dungeon Master. So if you see digital_dungeon_master, that's me. Just to let you know, tabletopping is no more. And tabletopping was a name that I used for 5 years, and I love the name. But when I first got into this, I was thinking, what is a great name? So I tried Digital Dungeon Master because I don't play around the table. I play digitally online. And plus, it is better for what I do. Tabletopping, a lot of people think that tabletopping is getting on your knees behind someone and another person pushing them over, which that's what it is. But, yeah, I like tabletopping, don't get me wrong. But Digital Dungeon Master fits the channel so much better. So that's why, all of the website was changed. Everything was changed. So, yeah. No-brainer there. And when when I first got into this, I wasn't able to get the Digital Dungeon Master domain.com. And it was already purchased and owned by someone. Well, they wanted like $10,000 for Digital Dungeon Master. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So I said, well, okay, let's just do something else. And so me and my son came up with tabletopping. So then, Digital Dungeon Master became available. I had to wait a year for that, which I got an email sometime back in early 2016 that this domain would become available. So I waited a year and got it. Well, what a well worth of a long wait. Wow, that was pretty awesome. I never thought that I was going to get this domain, but hey. All right, so what's going to be going on now that I've been ranting for about 20 minutes now? What's going to be going on for the next couple of weeks? Well, I'm going to have more of the same. I'm going to have some more Fantasy Grounds tutorials coming out. I'm going to try to get a couple of Savage Worlds mechanic tutorials in there. I'm going to have the new Out of the Abyss campaign diary, a couple of 50 Fathoms campaign diaries, and just going to stay the course. And I wish I could put out more videos, guys. A lot of people are requesting, hey, are you going to do the new archetypes for 5e? Or are you going to talk about the new races in 5e? I would love to. But I just can't do it, guys. I just do not have the time. Which leads me to my last topic, which is the brand new Patreon update. Oh, that's so awesome, isn't it? Thank you, Josh, for making that quick Patreon update intro. So awesome. Let's do that one more time. This is your Patreon update. It's like as I spit and leak everywhere. It's awesome. Thanks again, Josh. So the Patreon update is last week I put out, yesterday I put out a new treasure chest talking about the world of 50 Fathoms and stuff like that. So if you're a patron, you get the treasure chest if you're at a minimum dollar pledge. And I know I talk about the Patreon, update and stuff like that for you guys. But hey, I would love to do this full time, guys. I would love to be able to hire someone to do my video editing. I would love to be able to hire someone to do social media. I would love to be able to do that and help grow the channel. But as a one-man operation, I just can't do it. So, I would love to be able to hire some people. And I can't do that without the help of, getting subscribers on Twitch or, subscribing to the Patreon channel. And if you guys would like to get into games, I do have 3 spots on my Friday Adventures League group. We do 2 different games. We do Tyranny of Dragons on one Friday, and the next Friday we do Storm King's Thunder. So if you are looking for a consistent game on a Friday, I've got 3 spots left. It's $10 a month, and you get 4 games. 4 weeks to be able to play. That's pretty awesome. Also, you'll get access to the Discord server at the minimum pledge of $1. I'm also looking for, I'd love to be able to run another game on Thursday, because my Out of the Abyss game is every other Thursday. So if you or your friends would like to play in a consistent game with a Dungeon Master that puts a lot of love and effort and time into running a game for players, check out my Thursday game that I want to run. You can choose any rule set you want. Get your friends together, get signed up, tell me what you want to play, tell me the house rules you want, and we'll start playing. Simple as that. Alright, so last thing I have is I'm in the process of creating a black powder weaponry PDF for 5e. That's kind of been put on hold because of everything else with 50 Fathoms and kind of transitioning to a 5-day work week and stuff now. But I haven't forgotten about that. So that's going to be coming out. I've just got to. I'm new to using Adobe and the Adobe Cloud stuff because I have that now. So once I get that down a little bit more, that PDF will come out, and it'll be a download for all of my patrons from the $5 and up level. So you'll be able to get that, and it has all of the mechanics on black powder weaponry, all the different types of weaponry, the special equipment like the like aim. You can get like a scope. You can and add it onto your gun. You can also get a black powder bag. If you get, it has the mechanics for misfires and mechanics for if you get hit by a spell with fire. Then it goes into what type of black powder pouch you have, depending on how volatile or the explosion that could happen from you getting hit with a fireball. Let's face it, if you have a pouch full of black powder on your belt, you get hit with a fireball, some of those cinders could go into that pouch, and boom. So depending on what type of, what type of pouch you have, it could actually really hurt you. So that PDF will be out soon. Can't give you a time, but it will be out soon. So I've gone on long enough. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys didn't notice, I'm wearing glasses now. This is just a shit pair till my pair is ready to go. This is just temporary. But over the last couple of months, I've started becoming farsighted. So, the shit of becoming older, now that I'm 44 now, just hit 44 a couple of weeks ago, seems like it's going to hell in a handbasket, and Jesus is just throwing a grenade at me. Of course, I was successful with my dexterity saving throw, so I only took half damage, which was the vision of my eyes, so... But I just have a little blur. So I've had a few people say, hey Dave, are those actually real glasses or are those fake? No, they're actually real. I just have a little blur from a far distance. So just part of getting old, I guess. Alright guys, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks with another bi-weekly update. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section down below. I will respond to you on this video. So guys, take it easy, take care, happy gaming, and I'll see you next time.